Uh, I'm remaking this video from yesterday. I put this up yesterday, but the audio was all screwy and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I'm just gonna replace it with this one. I'm gonna redo this whole freaking video. So, just got off work. I work the night shift, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It's like 9:30 right now. So, I haven't slept for I don't know how long. It's been a while. But that's besides the point. I feel like this is the perfect time to shoot this video because I tend to speak a lot more from the heart and stuff whenever I'm tired. But I'm not tired, as weird as that sounds. I'm just sleep deprived. So, this is a video for continuing the whole universe theory thing. This is unobservable manifestation. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, first let's talk about a few other things real quick. So, all things in this existence experience reality on a different plane, on a different level. Everything's different for different creatures, for different people, for trees, for planets, or asteroids flying through the cosmos, or anything like that. Like, the experience is all totally different, and that's a big part of the whole thing, is perspective. So, let's think about this for a second. And in my first video, I said that there were 7.6 billion observable universes right in front of us at all times. So what did I mean by that? I mean that every person you look at, and I mean every single person you look at, is a universe unto their self. They can manifest a reality that is strictly theirs. And you can never even be a part of that if they don't involve you in their universe or their life or whatever. So, let's take that into account and say you have people who are scared of things, like unreasonably scared of things that you aren't scared of, and you don't understand why they're scared. Well, that's just because that's their universe, that's their world, man, that's their reality, and that's how they feel. So you can't discredit that. I mean, I think you really just need to understand other people before you can even try to understand the universe. I don't care if you're the greatest physicist that ever lived and you came up with the greatest formula for anything. If you don't understand people, you cannot understand the universe. And that's a big thing to me. That's a big thing that I've come to realize recently, is that without understanding other people, there is no understanding anything that this universe has inside of it. So, let's move forward. I believe that there are an infinite amount of universes that kind of just chain link and mesh with each other, and back and forth it goes and goes and goes and goes. There's so many different influences, because when you have 7.6 billion conscious humans on the planet that just sit here and think and mold their own realities and build their own thought processes and their own beliefs and their own ways of seeing everything around them, there could never be one singular universe. Ever. Not ever will there ever be one singular universe. Imagine all the scenarios that you picture in your head on a daily basis, where you just like sit there and imagine where you would like to be in your life. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? How do you want to feel? Think about all of those things and realize that every time you think that inside of your head, you've created a universe. There's a million universes right in here at all times for everyone. And if you really think about every creature or living thing that has some form of feeling or consciousness, some sort of self-realization, they all manifest those things in their minds, and those things aren't fake. They're not fake to you when you think them. They're not fake to you when they actually finally happen. When your dreams come true, when you're manifesting everything you ever wanted. That's just you bringing your universe into our plane, our human consciousness. That is you bringing your universe here. And that's where I'm going to leave that one off for now and talk about that a little bit later. I'm going to move on to my next point now. I'm going to try not to talk too long for this video. So, here it is. Manifestation is simply just thought for rational, logical thinkers. That's all it is. If I think that I want to do something with my life, then I will go out and I'll do it by whatever means I feel I need to accomplish that. I will go do it. And everyone else can do that too. The only thing you have to realize is that you can. And the second you realize that, I mean, it's like bam. The second you realize that, everything becomes so much more clear and so much brighter, less dull. Colors are more vibrant, things like that. Like, you just start to see really what you want to see inside of the world. And obviously there's evil people in the world too, and they manifest their reality. I mean, look at them. Look at the people that run the world. I mean, it's like a big game of Risk to them, and they're having a grand old time. They might play it off like some kind of little charade where, oh, we're fighting with each other and this and that, but the truth of the matter is that they don't care about you, and they don't care about your family. They don't care about your kids that get sent overseas to die and things like that. They only care about manifesting their reality, and their reality thrives on power. But manifestation in itself is power. So maybe we should think about bringing some of our power against them. Just gonna throw that out there. What we see, we can become, and what deceives us can be believed, but it can also be eradicated. Take that for face value. I don't have to say any more about that. Just take that for what it is. So we're just like, we're constantly distracted by this monotony and repetitiveness of like, you have to go to this day job, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. If it was a choice, like, I'm sure most of us wouldn't mind. Like, we would go do things to help out the world and stuff on our own because we would see that it needed to be done. But when you're forced to do it, when you involve a monetary system into that, it becomes convoluted and deceiving. It becomes a trap that you cannot escape unless you mold all of your energy together with the people around you, and you steal the energy away from the people that have been taking it. That is the only way that you will ever change anything. We're so busy fighting with each other over simple things. And I understand that people have feelings, and we want all of this stuff for different kinds of people, or the way people feel and things like that, but that is not the problem right now. The problem right now is the people who are forcing us to do what we have to do to survive here, to have the money we have to survive here. They're the problem. They're the reason everyone's so tight. They're the reason everyone's so anxious. And we're so busy fighting with each other that they're just getting away with it. So, stop fighting. Just stop. So let's talk about matter for a second. To me, matter is more of a liquid than it is a solid. It flows very freely in its own accord. It becomes what it wants. Matter has no limits. It's not a solid. You can't just take matter and rip it apart, you know? Whatever matter is, I don't know if I even actually believe that matter is a thing. Who knows? I mean, quantum physics and stuff like that have proven that it's more waves than it actually is cells themselves. Like the double slit experiment, if you've never seen that, go check it out. It's super cool. Yeah, quantum physics itself has destroyed the basis of what physics and particle science ever said that matter was in the first place. So, just research things for yourself. You'll notice. You'll start to figure it out. I promise. If you go into it open-minded, you'll start to figure it out. And one more thing I want to talk about in this video is black holes. We don't even know if they actually exist. The only evidence we have of them is the gravitational effects that we can see on readings that are put into computers and things like that. So it's hard to say that they're even real, you know. We've never captured a photo of one. They're trying to. I mean, they have the data and stuff. They're just trying to put the picture together. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It could be fake. You never know. But if black holes are a real thing that just freaking sucks the closest thing in, and there's no escape. Here's what I think. Black holes are nothing more than a purification chamber for recycling energy. It's just where energy goes to be recycled. And you ask, well, how does it recycle if it gets stuck in there inside of the singularity, the point of no return, where everything just lands? At some point, black holes would theoretically disappear. They would fade away. Their energy would become too much to sustain. So the radiation belt around them, the Hawking radiation as they would call it, will begin to deteriorate along with the rest of the black hole, and it will basically evaporate or just vaporize, almost like experiencing heat death, basically. And what happens to that energy? It just, everything that was stored in that black hole just kind of opens back up. And it comes out a brand new thing than it was. It comes out as it was when it met all those things inside of the singularity of that black hole. It comes out as what it meshed with inside of that black hole, and a mixture of itself as well, which is exactly what you do when you meet new people and you go new places. You become a mixture of those people and those places and those things. You are the universe. And the universe does what it wants. Remember that. Manifest your own reality. Love yourself, love your friends, love your family. You never know when it's going to be too late to have a chance to do that again. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video. We're almost at 15 minutes now. I hope you guys have a beautiful, woken day full of love and kindness, happiness. Peace out, YouTube.